Hey you guys, this is Jason once again, and this is talking. I'm going to just give you a brief overview of what's happening here with the Nobles push sweeper here. It's the what they call the Nobles Scout 5, and if you look here, these are the basic operating buttons right here. I'm not going to go over so much these buttons right here, the operating procedure in turning it on and off, but actually my main concern is showing you how to properly maintain this machine. First of all, what you want to do is make sure the power is completely turned off. Here underneath here there's a button. You want to make sure this is off, and then before you start operating the machine, this handle right here that you see is adjustable, and you can adjust it by turning this over like this and then pulling it down or forward. But you need it up like this in a position, in a vertical position, because you're going to actually lift the machine up to get to some of the parts. This whole front of this hood right here comes up, and how you release this right here to come up is underneath the wheel here. Behind the wheel is a little black knob that you turn to, you unscrew it, and I'll show it to you here. If I could do this by operating the camera at the same time and pulling this back like this, and this is designed where it lays on its back like this. This is perfect, and this is for everybody in the shop to know what's going on here to properly clean the machine. So when you guys take and lift the machine up, then you have see this little black knob underneath here. You guys, right behind that wheel, you unscrew it counterclockwise, and then what you do is you can lift this lid up, the hood right here. But I'm going to let it back down, and you will see how to do this. And lift up like this real gently. Maybe put your foot down here and gradually lower it down like this, and then you can lift up the hood and have access to the different things underneath. And there you go. You have your battery, and you have actually the yellow knob that you see right here that adjusts the brushes underneath. We won't talk about that right now. We'll talk about how to do that some other time. And then what you have is you have a actual the belt drive and the battery right here. We're concerned personally about the battery because the battery is not charging. It's not holding the charge, and so what we'll do is we'll unscrew both of these positive and negative bolts here, and take out the battery with the strap right here. Lift it up. You can see the two handles on each side of the battery. We'll take it out and we'll try it. But we'll try to put a charge on it. If it holds a charge, then we'll hit the reset button that you see right over here on top. You see that reset button right here? That black button. We'll reset it, and hopefully that might work. But for right now, I'm going to put this down, and we're going to look at the actual cleaning of this machine to see how bad it is. To charge this machine, it takes 8 hours to charge. You're supposed to replace the filter. You're supposed to check the filter quite frequently, but how you clean it is this shaker box right here shakes the dust loose into the box. You're supposed to do that in every shift. Make sure that it's like a beater, manual beater. And then take out the box itself. You lift up this knob and you take this out. This whole thing pulls out, and then you have access. And if there's any debris, which I cleaned it out earlier, you take this box and you take it and dispose of it in the properly designated area for your debris in the box. Then to get access to the actual filter to see how bad, or if it needs to be changed or the debris knocked out, is I'm actually getting down here. I'm showing you. See these two black buttons right here? You can't really see it. There. And here. Right here. These unscrew, and so I'm going to unscrew them, and this drops down. This will drop down the whole unit, and then we'll see what the filter looks like itself. I'm doing this with one hand while I'm recording. It's pretty good, isn't it? Anyways, unscrew this, and then this drops down to see your filtering system, and we'll see what it looks like. And this should lift right off like that, and then we'll turn it over. We'll look at that. This machine has not been maintained properly, so this filter needs to be cleaned and eventually replaced here. But I'm going to go ahead and clean it, and after I clean it, then I'll put it back on this little rack right here that you see that it came off. I'll just take it back over like this, put it up there like this, slides up there like that and lifts back up, and you just screw those little black knobs in. This is Jason, and just a basic introductory to keep this machine clean. Remember, at the end of every shift, you're supposed to take this unit off, which slides on these tracks right here. You just push it back in, and then this little drop bar locks into this right here when you push it back in, so there would be no problem. Okay, hope this helped everybody.